Hi, friends. I guess I will need a couple of minutes for everyone to join me. But here we are, obviously coming over from your morning guru, where we were just hanging with Savvy and RK. And yeah, I was just feeling it kind of like I want this to go further. I want to have more conversations because I just have missed you all so much. The last week has been kind of awkward because the timing of Mama's shifts at work have been during your morning guru. Hi, thanks for joining me. I see there is a live viewer out there. So excited you have followed me. Let me know who you are in the comments because I want to say hi and thank you for coming on over. So yeah, I am just so excited that I get to hang out today. Mama's been working at the restaurant in the mornings, the past 3 mornings. Hi, Sarah. How you doing? Yeah. So, what was I saying? I forgot. I haven't read the books that they were talking about this week. I actually don't really know. I didn't really know until this week who those people were. I don't know a lot of the YouTube personalities. Like Savvy and RK have introduced me to a lot of new people that I didn't know before because I kind of hung out in different circles and didn't. And Mama, though she has read on average 400 books a year since she was 8 years old, over the last few years, it's been much, much less. And most of the books have been fiction. I mean, not fiction. She hasn't. That's what I'm trying to say. Is she's read nonfiction books over the last few years. Lots of those. Yeah, and not so much the fiction until Sean Boston came along. And then she read that because she wanted to make the perfect Sean Boston puppet, and she needed to know his personality to know what he would look like. You see, with most puppets, with me, for instance, she made me, and then my personality kind of shone through. And with Sean, she had to start with his personality and make it come to life. And so that's what happens. And if you're interested, not everybody is interested in the construction, but if you are, we have the lives that we did as Mama constructed him, but she will be putting together an edited version really, really soon. We're a little bit behind on the editing. So, Sarah, what's up in your world? You're the only viewer that followed so far, so I don't know whether we're gonna get anybody else, but we'll just hang out for a little while and see what happens. Because life is about possibilities, right? Yeah. So Mama just needs to take a minute to have a sip of the coffee. Do you drink coffee? I don't drink the coffee, but Mama just loves it. I can't talk when she is drinking the coffee. It's just one of those things. She is not a ventriloquist. Ventriloquism is really cool, but that's not what she does. That's why she can't appear on the same screen as me. Like Jeff Dunham, he can appear with his characters. Neo Energy. Is that those little bottles that have the saccharin in them? We didn't like those, or at least Mama didn't like those. Yeah, she's like, I just have the plain water, but she likes the coffee in the mornings. She never drank coffee until she was 15. That was when she first had her first cup of coffee. But before that, she drank lots of chai, but not the chai you get like at the Starbucks. Not that she's had a Starbucks chai. They just got a Starbucks in town about maybe 2, 3 years ago. Um, and she's been there twice because she's been forced to go there. Like, well, not forced, but like people have said, "Oh, I'll meet you there," and she'll go there. Oh, okay. They have a regular and an energy kind of Crystal Light. Yeah, Mama doesn't like those sorts of things, except iced tea. Iced tea is the only kind of powdered drink she uses ever. Oh, I guess except hot chocolate. cocoa. She likes to make it from cocoa from scratch. Yeah, but she used to, when she was little, loved the Nestle squirt bottles, and she used to beg her mama to buy the squirt bottles. She remembers that. Let's see. What else was I talking about? Oh, yeah, I'm working on editing my video, and it was based on a question that came from the chat in Your Morning Guru and kind of my fans here. And so it's going to be all about how you can market for $0. And we're working on the editing of that video. And maybe it will be up today, maybe tomorrow. We're a little behind, but I just needed to do some things to make it like really shine, because I think this is really important information that a lot of people are going to want. And so, yeah, I'm hoping it will be what they call a cornerstone video for my channel, because it will focus on what we are really good at, which is, have you ever heard of it? Champagne marketing on a beer budget. Yeah, that's sort of going to be my specialty as we move forward, because that's always been Mama's specialty. She really likes doing that and really focusing on that. It's taken a couple of years, really to figure out what our message really is, because she was really hurt when she became not a small business coach anymore. And, and it took some time to figure out how we could incorporate puppets and small business. And now we think that we figured it out. We think that with the support of people like Savvy and RK, that we have found a little bit of our niche audience. And we're so excited about that. It's really, really cool to be doing something we didn't even know was possible. And so, yeah, moving forward, that's what we're doing. I'm a little bit sad that not everybody followed over. Just you, Sarah. I guess you are the number one fan for today. You win something. Oh, I wonder if I have a prize around here I could give you. I don't know. But you deserve a prize. I mean, maybe I'll make something up graphic for you. I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out there. Sarah, thank you for being my number one fan today. And let's see, what else can I do? You know, okay, we've been going for 7.5 minutes now. I guess I'll kind of go to the 45-minute mark. And if nobody else joins us, we'll kind of sign off for today. And then we'll go and wait for Savvy's next video. Are you excited about her next deep Dave? I kind of like her deep Daves. They are interesting. My favorite was the other one with the good Daves. Dave Grohl. That was awesome. Have you seen the Dave Grohl versus Animal video where they did the drums? Oh, that was so cool. Mama really, really loved that, because Animal was her favorite when she was a kid, a long time ago, when she was a kid and she watched the Muppets. And she was old enough to watch the Muppets in real time, like as they came out with the weekly episodes. Like that's how old she is. Yeah. So, anyways, so her favorite was Animal. And she even had an animal puppet. He didn't have rods like I do, just a face, and his eyes, his eyebrows could wink. I guess it's not called winking if it's the eyebrows that come down over. They were furry eyebrows that came over his like ping pong eyes. Only they weren't ping pongs, but they looked like ping pongs. Anyways, that was her favorite, and she had one of those. And so she really liked the Dave Grohl video where he played the drums against Animal. And in the end, well, you should just watch it and then you can find out who won in the end. What else can I talk about that would be interesting and relevant? Oh, this is a little bit difficult. Yeah. Just 1 second. Mama needs another sip of coffee. Just 1 second. Oh, yes, Sesame Street was another favorite. It's kind of different now, but it's very beautiful. But yeah, the Muppets were more of a variety show, and I'm technically not a Muppet. I am a rod and hand puppet. That's what I am, a hand and rod puppet, not a Muppet. Muppets are a copyright term exclusive to the Jim Henson Company. Nobody else can use that because it's a trademark term. And those of us who kind of look like that but weren't made by the Jim Henson Company, we are called hand and rod puppets because we have the rods and we have the hands. So yeah, oh, we have a second viewer. Oh, yay! You are the second top fan for today. Whoever you are who are joining us. It's just been me and Sarah talking for the last, 11 minutes or so. Talking random stuff. So if you have a topic idea, feel free to jump in. I was just hanging out and talking. We talked about the Muppets and how I am not a Muppet because that's a trademark term of the Jim Henson Corporation, and I am just a hand and rod puppet. Work for Sarah has been very busy. Oh, neat. One of the home delivery for the elderly and disabled. That's a very important service. You do a very important service, Miss Sarah. I hope you know that and that is important. Sometimes when we do jobs that seem a little menial, we forget how important they can be. Yeah, so just saying that. Oh, we have 3 viewers now. Oh, it's climbing. It's climbing. That's pretty awesome. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, feel free to hop in the comment section. Tell me what you want to talk about. Oh, ink. Oh yeah. Oh, hi, ink and grit. Oh, you work as a ghostwriter? Mama used to do that. Mama has been a ghostwriter in the past. It was a very lucrative career for a while in what she did. And then she kind of transitioned into the publicity writing and the bio writing and that sort of thing. So, oh, that's so awesome that you are a ghostwriter. Do you write fiction or nonfiction? Mama, of course, exclusively worked in the nonfiction, mostly for small business owners and coaches and things like that. So yeah, lots of that's under NDA, non-disclosure agreement. She can't say who I worked for or what her books are, but she has full books out there that she wrote. Yeah, that's what the trade-off of being a ghostwriter is that you can't claim your work. So that's really neat and congrat. Have you been doing it for long? I just love other people's stories about business. Yeah, yeah, puppet history. Yeah, Mama's read a lot on that. After she started inventing us. You see, our very first. This is our channel's puppet history. Her very first puppet was Princess Violet. And Princess Violet came from just this weird idea in her head that she wanted to make this puppet who could talk about small business because she was working as a small business coach at the time for a federally funded nonprofit, and she thought that that would be a cool way to do videos because she hated getting on the front of the camera and having to do her makeup and hair and all that. So, and then she tried animation, and that is so tedious for a mind like hers. So she and it took so long to do animation. So she figured she would make a puppet, and then it never needs makeup, and the lights are always set, and you don't have to worry so much about appearance with a puppet. So that's where the first puppet came from, and that's how. Oh yes. Oh wow, you are looking very busy. Nonfiction orders. Yeah. 7 books. Oh my goodness. Mama has never been that prolific. No, never that prolific. 7 in 5 months. Wow. You read a lot of words in a day. That's awesome. That's pretty amazing. 2 more in the next month. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. Mama doesn't do so much of the writing anymore. Except for me. Like we are working on a course and training series so that we can uh, empower small business owners with the tools they need if they desire or require champagne marketing on a beer budget. So we're kind of incorporating what she used to do before with me, and I'm going to teach. And then people can choose. They can choose her to teach if they don't want to talk to a puppet. But I will also do the courses. I'll do an echo of the courses, and then we'll get that information out there because it's really, really important. We think so. Yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing. Oh, you have ADHD too? Oh my goodness. So much in common. Yeah, her ADHD does not end up mostly in words. Not anymore, anyways. Not anymore. When she thinks about it, she used to write a lot. Not so much anymore. It's so much easier to just grab a camera and make me talk, you know? Yeah. So, but she won her first writing contest when she was 8. But that was fiction. Come to think of it, yes, it was just a school-wide competition. But that was the first time she won anything, so she's pretty proud of that. Anyways, that was back in the dark ages. Let's see. Yeah, you can write a lot. That's pretty cool. So now we are at 47 past the hour, or I guess, what is that? 13 minutes to the hour. I think I'll continue and just keep this going till to the top of the hour because I think, if I'm not misunderstanding, that's when Savvy's video is going to uh, premiere. And so I want to go and be able to sit there and type and watch and all of that sort of stuff. And I can't do that if I am also live. So we'll move on over there when it hits the top of the hour. And so I will just casually come up with random topics to talk about. I think so. If you have other ideas, just drop it in the comment section. I think it is just Sarah and Ink and Grit for right now. So, yeah. And I am so happy, Ink and Grit, that you found me through Savvy's show too. I started watching Savvy about a year ago, and then you know appearing on her show helped me establish this channel because I realized, yes, there are creative, independent business owners who do like puppets. Because I was convinced after what happened with Mama's job, the last job she had, well, not the last one she had, but anyways, the one that she really liked, she was convinced that puppets and small business don't mix. And so we believed that for a little while and we didn't pursue that path. She was looking for ways to make it, yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, I got distracted by Ink and Grit. She said, oh, actually, I can bring that up on the screen. Yeah, there we go. Because she says, I like ghostwriting because it lets me stay home with my kids. And that is exactly why Mama was doing it way back in the dark ages when she did that. Because she doesn't call what she does ghostwriting anymore. It's more copywriting, promotions writing, publicity. But she wants to get away from that too, and just sell courses and trainings, and really help the people to get the most bang for their buck from their marketing dollar, because people tend to either spend too little or too much. It really hurts Mama's heart when she sees people spend money on things that aren't going to work. Like she knows from the start, it's just not, because it doesn't have the elements in place to work. And then people pay for those things and they feel ripped off, and then they don't market anymore because they got scammed or didn't get the full benefit from that marketing that they did, and then they don't market anymore because they think it doesn't work, but it does work when it's done properly. So that's what I'm hoping to teach. I guess, in general through my channel. What do you think of that? I mean, I guess you don't need help. You're already getting like so many clients and stuff. But I think it's important. Oh, I say hi to your 4-year old, Miss Ink and Grit. Yeah. And Sarah says, I'm just happy with my job that they gave us the option to work from home permanently. Oh, that's really good. Yeah. Back when Mama started. Now, you gotta imagine way back when she was just starting, her first business was a home childcare because that's what she knew. And she always had heard all of her life, do what you know. So she started a home based childcare when she had her first baby, or he was 6 months old, because in Canada we have employment insurance, maternity coverage, which meant she could stay 6 months at home. Now it's a year, or maybe it's 18 months. We haven't been keeping track because, of course, no babies here anymore. Anyways, way back then, that's when she started because she didn't want to go back to retail. And then she was so her first website she made was for her childcare, and then she started delving into, oh hey, can I make money from home writing like I used to dream about? So she started doing freelance writing intended for magazines, and so she did that for a while, but she was like 24-ish years old, and it took 18 months from query letter to publication for her first mainstream national publication. 18 months. She's like, I don't have time for this. And she tried to find another way to make money for her writing. So she found that writing directly for business owners, they would pay her. She would get paid. The advertising or the promotions or whatever, the website, it would get used. And it was all good. And so then she started concentrating on copywriting. And she got really good at writing press releases, which are a special kind of writing that you do to write to journalists, mostly at traditional media publications like radio and newspaper and magazines and did I say radio, television? So all of those traditional media, they expect press releases to be written in a certain format in order for them to look at it. Like it has to have the headline in the right place and all that stuff. So, anyways, Mama got really good at writing those. She started writing them for just $25. And so she got lots of clients that way, but it was, lots of work to write for all those different people. So that's what she did. And then eventually the price went up. She still writes press releases, but not for $25. That was way inexpensive, considering an agency will cost you like $600 or so to have them do that and write. Yeah, he's a published author. Oh, Sarah, that's really cool. I'm going to put that up on my screen. It says, my dad is a published author. You can buy his book, Corporate Gunslinger, on Amazon. Currently looking for a new agent right now. Oh, that is very cool. You have to make sure that he knows all the red flags about agents and finding agents. I'm sure he probably already knows, but there are a lot of scams in that area. So you got to be very careful when looking for an agent and make sure they are legitimate and aren't charging you for things they shouldn't and all that stuff. I'm sure he knows all those things, but I just wanted to mention it in case anybody out there, you gotta know the red flags before you look for an agent. I think so. Yeah. Yeah, Mama's not, well, Actually, Mama is technically a published author. She had a chapter in a book a few years ago. That I don't know if it is still on Amazon. She kind of lost contact with the publisher after it was done because she wasn't impressed so much with the quality of the book. She was kind of embarrassed. It looked very cheap, and she wasn't very happy to promote that book. So she didn't. So that's another story she got into a little bit of. Yeah, it's a long story. Maybe one day I'll tell it if people are interested. But yeah, it was a story about her mama and their relationship. And that was a complicated relationship because mama's mama had a mental illness, one of the most feared mental illnesses, uh, schizophrenia. Lots of people don't like talking about it because it's very feared. People think that people with schizophrenia will hurt you, like that it's just part of the process. But the truth is, most schizophrenics and people with mental illness are more of a threat to themselves than others. Just know that if you ever run across somebody that has a mental illness like schizophrenia or bipolar, I don't know, do they still call it that? Or is it bipolar now and it used to be manic depressive? I forget. They have changed the names over the years of the different mental illnesses and how they rate on their scale and stuff. I'm not a psychologist or a counselor. I'm just sharing this information that we have learned because grandma had a mental illness. And so for a lot of mama's life, she just wasn't there. She was in a institution for the time from mama was maybe 18 months, maybe 3 years. We don't know. We don't know exactly the timeline where she went in to the institution, but she came out when mama was about 8. But at that time, mama was living with her stepmama and her papa, and so she didn't go back just because grandma come from the institution. She went and lived with her after she was 16, but only for a short time till she graduated. So it is called 3 years, give or take a few months. Oh, and congrats! Are we soul sisters? Or are Mama and you soul sisters? Oh my goodness, that is so wow. Not a lot of people talk about this. There's more people that have been affected by these things than we know of. Like mama has anxiety and depression, and so she does talk about these things because it's important. One thing that she gained from being the daughter of a schizophrenic is that she never feared counseling or therapy or things like that. It was, yeah, it was encouraged to find help when you need it. And I hope my fans will always look for help when they need it, because it's okay. It's okay to need help, especially when you have a chemical imbalance or something that's wonky in your life that is causing your brain not to fire on all cylinders. It's okay. You can get that fixed. You can get the help. Okay. So that's enough of my message on that. We are running up on 9 a.m. Can somebody check? Can somebody check what time Savvy starts? Oh, I guess Mama's checking now. Mama's going to check on her phone. Just a second. Okay, let's see. I'm going to just look at that comment. It says, my mama didn't get help till diagnosed till I was a preteen. Lots of issues and trauma because of doing it. Doing much better now, but it was hard. Yes, Mama just, my heart goes out to you because we know. Now, Mama did get diagnosed when Mama was very young, but she was originally, and this is where it gets complicated because Mama's mama was originally diagnosed as a schizophrenic, and she was put under the different kinds of care and this may need a trigger warning, I don't know, but she had electroshock therapy and being put on lithium and lots of things that they did in the 70s and 80s to people that they had schizophrenia. But then later they said, oh no, you are not schizophrenic, you are bipolar. And they changed medications and treatments and they set her free from the hospital. Originally, when she was put in the hospital, they told mamas, grandparents, so this is my mama's mama and papa, that mama's mama will be in an institution for the rest of her life. But that wasn't true. She was only there for like 5 years. But here's where the story gets sketchy as hell. Because when mama's mama left the institution, she left with a man, in love with a man, 30 years who's senior, who had been put in the institution because he killed his first wife. Yeah, so that happened. So then when mama went to go and live with them when she was 16, she was going to live with the man who had killed his first wife and her mama. Yeah. So that was a different kind of trauma. Totally different kind of trauma. So yeah, there's that. So that's why mama's kind of, weird. That was a story and a half. So, oh wow, mama was supposed to check. Mama was supposed to check what time Savvy is starting. Oh, I got a new subscriber too. That brings it up to 144. That's so exciting. Okay, mama's checking. She's going to Savvy's channel to see what time the live stream starts over there. Okay. Where is it? Okay, we'll go here. We're gonna see. Okay, where's the premiere? The premiere is starting. Okay, we're clicking through. Mama is clicking through. And that doesn't start for an hour. There's no way. There is no way I'm sitting here for another hour and talking. Like I could talk for a few more minutes, but I really should get to work if we have a whole hour before Savvy starts. But I'm really excited. In Congret, you have got to DM Mama, and maybe you guys can have a Zoom chat or something, because you guys have so much in common, from what you used to do to your childhoods. I mean, of course, there's differences, but it's good to connect with other people who understand, who get it, right? Like, people don't understand what it's like to grow up. And I'm using a euphemism because I feel that we can use that euphemism as people have who gone up with it, but we can say we had crazy mamas. Like, they were legit institution ready, right? I mean, that's legit. But I really don't like it when people use crazy in not crazy situations. You know what I mean? It's like, time to take back our crazy. Is that crazy? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Mama needs to take a quick break. And that means, of course, that I have to take a quick break for a sip of her coffee. I keep watching the comments. Is it still just Sarah and Incongruent? We had as many as 4 concurrent viewers, so that's kind of cool. Mama was talking. Oh, you need to feed your kids. You know what? If you need to feed your kids, you feed your kids. You feed them something healthy. And I will sign off for now because I have been talking for 33 minutes, and that's like lots. So we will get back together later. And yeah, if you are not subscribed to my channel, be sure to subscribe. And if you're watching on the replay, be sure to drop a comment. Is there anything I talked about that you'd like to learn more about? Because of course, I want to make sure my content is really user geared and relevant to the small, creative, independent business owners who need support or help and who desire or require champagne marketing on a beer budget, because that's what I'm all about. Okay, so That's all for now. I'm going to say bye and sign off. And yeah, we need to get in touch. And yeah, that's so cool. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to hit that end broadcast, hit the button, and say bye. Till next time. Till next time, my friend.